Welcome to Investigation 2, Part 2. Your focus question is what rules help predict where a cup will end up? So, for number 1 on your checklist, you should already have your ramp set up. So we are going to start with number 2, because if you follow the directions for number 1, you should already have this set up, and your teacher should have already initialed it. Starting with number 2.
Once you have your ramp set up, you will
I'm leaning on it like this, right?
No!
What?
You could break the ramp that way.
I'm so sorry. Don't lean on the ramp. It's not safe.
You will need 1 cup for this first investigation. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to set the cup at the top of the ramp and let it go.
Let it go.
Don't push it. But I want you to let it go both ways. So make sure you turn your cup and roll it down both ways. Talk about what happens with your partner, the patterns of motion, and make sure you stop the video and check in with your teacher.
Part 3. Now that you know how your cup, the pattern of motion of your cup rolling down the ramp, which is a slope, we are going to give you a
Challenge.
Even though you don't have your driver's license, we're going to see if you can park a car.
We're going to pretend this cup is, in fact, a car. Your challenge is to see if you can get the cup to roll down the ramp and come underneath the back of your ramp, which we'll call your parking garage. Okay. We'll consider it successful if you can get it around and at least back here in the back. If it doesn't go all the way into the garage, we'll let it go.
Although, under the garage is going to be the safest cover for your car in case there would be a storm.
Very good point. And just a reminder, you can start your car at different spots up on the ramp. So you don't always have to start in the middle, don't always have to start over here. You can see what will work best for you to get your car to successfully park underneath the garage.
But you have to put it at the top and let it go. Let it go. Don't push it. Now that you have completed your challenge, you are ready to move on to part 4.
I think you might even be ready to get your driver's license. Congrats.
That's as scary as Mr. Montgomery's hair. Teach them how to roll in straight lines.
All right. So for your next experiment, you're going to need both of your cups, and you're going to need your roll of tape.
Is that your newest hair tie?
It could be. But
do not put the tape anywhere but on the cups.
So your challenge now is, can you figure out a way to tape together these 2 cups to get them to roll straight down the ramp? Because up until this point, they've all turned.
I'm thinking about something.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking
always
about...
thinking.
That's why your hair sticks out like that.
I know.
Your light bulb's always on.
Always.
I'm thinking about maybe what I learned in Investigation 1 with all those different patterns of motion.
Ooh, the wheel and axle systems?
The wheel and axle system. Do you think some of that knowledge might be able to help me with this?
I definitely think we could figure how this is similar to wheels and axles and figure out a way to tape it together to get it to roll straight.
Because it almost might have a similar pattern of motion. We gave you some brain food. Go ahead and pause the video and complete your checklist. Number 5. Now, Mr. Montgomery, you get to add some weight.
Oh, like I do at the gym?
Don't bust your lab coat. Be careful. That thing was expensive.
It is getting a little tight. Too much muscle.
Don't be adding weight to your barbells. Anyway, we're not going to add weight to our system here.
And in your toolkit, you should have 2 cents.
I don't need your 2 cents, Mr. Montgomery.
Good one. Okay, so you're going to put your 2 cents
Those would be 2 pennies in case you're wondering.
2 pennies. You have to tape them on the inside of your system, on both sides. One in here, one in here. We'll let you decide where you want to tape them at, but they has to be inside. Once you add the weight, we want you to sit it at the top, roll it down, and
let it go. Let it go. Don't push it. Don't push it.
And please observe what happens when you add weight to a system and roll it down a ramp. What's different than the last time?
Make sure that you're able to explain your thinking whenever you raise your hand and your teacher comes and checks in with you. Now that you have successfully completed all 5 sections of Investigation 2, Part 2, it is time to recap what you're learning with your partner. Dancing is not recapping, Mr. Rackham. You have to stay focused during science.
All right, so let's talk about what happened when we rolled 1 cup down the ramp.
Talk about that pattern of motion with your partner.
Yes, and when you're done talking about what happened with 1 cup, you can talk to each other about how did you get it to roll straight.
Yeah. Or how did you get to park under the ramp, and then how did you get to roll straight?
Yeah, these are all good things you can be talking about. And last but not least, you added weight to your system. Make sure you both understand what happened when you added weight to your system.
So talk about how the changes affected the pattern of motion of your system.
It's like a cause and effect. Like if I step on a banana peel, then I'm gonna
slip and fall.
I did that yesterday. Ouch.
Go talk to your partners.